It is time. We are exactly on time. Oh, I didn't fix that. Did it work? I think it did. One thing I forgot to fix. Hello, everyone. It has been a long time since we've done one of these streams, but I've been working diligently sourcing parts for our Moldex build. We'll get into all of that as we build. What are we building? Why? All the links and good stuff like that. My co-host is here with me. Let's find her. And there she is.
Good morning. Hello, everybody.
We'll do clapping for the addition of co-host.
Thank you. Hello.
All kinds of awesome people in the chat already. Andy's here. Mike is here. Rod's here. Dave Wilson's here. John, multiple Johns.
Yeah, all the Johns.
That's just from the page that I can see right now.
Rod, Andy.
Bees 3D. That's a good name. Sergio just came in.
John O'Shaughnessy's here. We already said that, didn't we?
I said multiple Johns. I didn't.
Multiple Johns. John O'Shaughnessy and then John from Australia's here.
Yep. Spectre 3D's here. Nooger's here. I'm fresh off the high of watching Olympic breakdancing. So
awesome.
I've never seen anything quite like that. But we attempted Olympic breakdancing last night. It was quite the thing. Quite the thing. Very, very talented people.
Very talented.
I could tell you that.
The men's finals is tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's today at 1 o'clock.
More breakdancing.
But if you guys have Peacock, you can watch it on the replay. Chris and I watched it. Watched the women's finals yesterday. And China. Oh, well, spoilers.
Spoilers.
China won.
No, I think Japan won.
Was it Japan?
It was Japan that won.
Excuse me, Japan won.
I don't remember now.
Well, then now you don't really know.
Now we don't
not
even know.
Spoiler.
But bust a move. I'm so nerdy. I should be able to at least do the robot, but I'm not coordinated enough to even do that. But
yes, apparently so, John. It's the first year for break dancing. It's the first year for it, and
it's entertaining.
It's supposed to be pretty good. I heard the qualifiers were good, but we only watched the finals, so we'll check that out again tonight. It's only 2 hours. The replay's only 2 hours. I mean, that's no longer than any movie, so we'll probably watch it again tonight. You control robots, Mike says.
Also, we have other things going on. This is the link to my ongoing Twitch stream. Now, I'm not going to probably maybe someday I will multicast like YouTube and Twitch every time we do these live streams. My home is definitely on YouTube. I've been here many years now, so I'm not planning on, unless something changes, I don't think I'm planning on doing much Twitch stuff, but it is kind of fun to just set up the Twitch stream on a print that goes days and days. Like we streamed all the parts for the Moldex build over there. So it's just kind of a continuous feed of what's printing on whatever printer. Plus, if I'm at like 21 followers. If I get to 50, then Twitch will start sending me money. So anybody that wants to help out and is a Twitch person, just ticket a follow. You don't have to watch live streams of things printing, but it is going right now. Check that out, and we'll see where we're at, and maybe if we don't get to 50, you can help me out later, or just sign up now, cancel it later. You know the drill.
Just don't turn on the notifications.
Yeah,
just be a sub.
But anyway, so we got that going on. And now back to our live build. So, and I'll just go into this mode for now. So this is the Moldex build. John Mulac, 3D Printing World, designed this printer. It's an IDEX machine, meaning it has dual independent extruders. I've had this kit a long time. We're starting to build it now. The frame's done. It's square. So now we can start putting all the parts together. There's a lot of great documentation on the build. John's done a really good job over there on GitHub, but there's still some things that aren't quite there. So there's a little bit of guesswork. So it took me a while to source some of the parts. And there's a lot of parts to print. We had to source filament and all that stuff. So it took me several weeks to get everything together. But now we're in a good spot where we have most everything we need. We can start building. So today we're just going to knock off a lot of the easy stuff. There's a lot of things that can go on the frame now. We've got some panels to build on. We'll load all of the pulleys. So like each corner is going to have a set of pulleys because, you know, we've got 2 different tracks of belt. We got to put all those together. We'll load them. We'll just get a lot of the pieces knocked off that we need to before we get to the actual movement stuff, like linear rails and the more complicated pieces. So today will probably be like the outskirts of X and Y and some of the frame parts. And then the next one would probably be more like all of the Z parts. And then we can start building extruders. So there's going to be a whole lot to this. And I still do have some more parts to print. But we've got more than enough where we can get started on the next couple of streams. So that's what we're going to do.
All right.
Looking forward to the color changes. Yes. It's actually, so over on Twitch, if you're watching it, I've got a camera on the filament spool, just trying to determine when it's going to run out. And I put that on there last night, figuring it was going to run out last night, but it still hung in there. So now we should like take bets or something.
I was gonna say, what's the over/under?
Yeah. So it's in spool join mode right now. So when that one runs out, it should just grab another head and continue going. But, you know, things happen. We'll see what happens. So if anybody's watching both, let me know when it's getting ready to run out. I'll go see if it's going to do its thing.
Cool.
All right. So how are you, co-host? What are you up to? How are things?
Not much. Back to work.
Back to work.
Went back Friday for like virtual learning and, you know, the meeting, the whole school's there. And then, well, not the kids, just the adults. And then Monday, well, no kids yet until the 19th. But so all next week will be getting all my, you know, what developmental, whatever, doing all the virtual classes that I have to do every year. And then
boring training.
Yeah, and cleaning and organizing and getting things cleaned up. There's 20 years worth of crap in that kitchen, and I need to sift through it all and clean everything and get it all spiffed up before school starts on Monday, the 19th. That's about it. Hey, Tom Llama, how's the shoulder?
Yeah, Tom's
is.
recovering from surgery. So good on him. It looks like everything's going well.
Went and saw the Deadpool movie last week. I liked it. It was good.
The Deadpool movies, you know, like I haven't seen this new one. I've seen the first one. I don't know that I ever saw the second one. But they're not bad movies. They take it just a little bit too far for my taste. But I just have this problem with Ryan Reynolds. I don't know why.
You really don't like him.
I really don't care for Ryan Reynolds. I think it's because of what was he, Stifler or whatever?
No, that's not him.
That's not him?
Mm-mm.
Maybe but maybe it's that type of character that I don't like.
He
like,
talks a lot.
Talks a lot.
Ryan
Maybe that's the
Reynolds
problem.
is just chatty and snarky and maybe just I don't know. I can see he's not for everybody. You have a thing against Canadians. That's what Mike says.
Oh, is he Canadian?
Yes,
I didn't.
is.
Oh, well, now I know. It all adds up.
It's Canadian.
It's the Canadian part that I don't like.
You don't like Chris Pratt either.
I don't care for Chris Pratt. And I'm not sure. He's like too plain or something. Like, they try to make him a superhero, but he doesn't seem like edgy enough for me or something. I don't know.
He is kind of bad.
Yeah. Well, you know, even in like that Jurassic Park movie, he was supposed to be like some cool dinosaur training guy. Just didn't seem to work for him. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm the alpha now. Whatever he said.
Looking at him.
You're looking at him, kid. There you go. It just didn't work for me.
Yeah. Well, you know. Sergio, hello. How are you? Good morning.
There's so many parts. So I'm letting so all of the drawings for this build are in PDF form. So I'm just opening them all at once. What we got?
Oh, Andrew
Happy
gave us.
Saturday.
Hello, Andrew. Happy Saturday.
Happy
Thank you.
Saturday, Andrew. Thank you very much for the $10. That is much appreciated. Can I thumbs up it? Yeah, cool. I thumbs up it.
I will also thumbs up it. Here we go.
So yeah, all the doc for all this is in PDF form. So there's just tons and tons of them. So I've decided to let the PDF order, so I just open them all up at once. I'm going to let the order of the PDF that opens decide what I build first. And just so it turns out today, they want us to assemble the in-stop holders. So we'll just start there.
I think that's a fine idea.
Until we start assembling, there's all these little small assemblies, and we can just do that work while we sit here and hang out. So.
Hello. All right. Chris Travis. Sergio says, I got most of my P802QR2 working in Clipper. Still need tuning.
All right. Somebody else was asking me about Clipper earlier this week. I don't remember who it was, though.
What'd you guys think of the square video? The squaring of the frame video?
That is one that people have asked me about all the time. It's like, how do you square something? You know, what's the best way to square it? And there's a lot of different ways to do things like that, but a lot of the time it's just rough guess because of, and that's what I tried to convey in the video. If the extrusion isn't right, or if it isn't cut square, it's never going to be square, and that's really the only downfall you have. If everything's accurate, there's really not much you can do to make it not square. It's just knowing when you have a problem. You could get it together, and if you didn't check the square, it could be really far out and you wouldn't even know. And then you lead to problems later. So more of it's just a, check as you're building, you'll be good to go.
I have my Magneto X electronics opened up to find out why it won't power up. Uh-oh, that's no good, Dave.
What? Already? Might have to make a house call, Dave. We'll figure it out. I'm going to try to get you where you can actually see some of the parts I'm working on here. Nothing spectacular yet. Well, that is a bummer.
Yeah, it is. Found a circuit breaker flipped.
Hopefully it got, like, jostled in shipping or something, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let us know what you find out.
Paul the Texan is waiting for the last few parts for my Journey Maker. What is that word? P-O-S-I-T-R-O-N?
Positron.
Positron variant.
That positron is the upside down guy. So Journey Maker is a variant of that.
Oh.
So cool. That would be...
Build it by 3D Printopia.
Okay, cool. Taking it out
there. That would be
there.
really cool.
I would like to see what's different about it.
I would too.
Positron is completely open source, so you're going to see all these cool different versions come out. So that's just going to be one of them, right? So, yeah, excellent.
That's neat. Yeah.
There's a 20 amp breaker inside. Wow.
Sounds serious. Well, he's got it going now, though. That's good.
Good, good, good.
Dave, how are you feeling? How's your jaw? Anti-gravity printer, kinda. Is what my,
kinda, yeah.
Well, I mean, yes.
Gravity defying, at least.
He's doing okay. I'm glad.
Most of this stream is going to be me digging through bags of bolts. I can feel it.
Good time.
I should have taken. That's what I should have worked on. Is gotten some bins and sorted all these out.
Oh, there's Joel. Hi, Joel. Benchy or bust?
Benchy or bust.
Yeah.
It'll happen someday. Maybe not this year.
Yes. So the weather here in Kansas City has been extremely mild the last few days.
Pretty crazy.
Like for this time of year. So today's high is like 79 or 78. The last few days have been in like the high 70s, low 80s, which is a damn 15 maybe 10, 15 degrees under the norm. It's going to heat back up though next week, but it's been pretty nice the last few days.
Well, and last Monday it was 98.
Yeah.
So, yeah, quite
Yeah,
the
with
shift
the
for
heat
us.
index of like 102 or some kind of crazy stuff. So yeah, last weekend it was just ridiculous hot.
Yep.
But super lovely in Minnesota as well. John, are you on Twitter? John O'Shaughnessy, are you on Twitter?
Yeah, he is.
I couldn't find you to look for you. Or send me your link or something. Yes, of course. Let's see if I can't find you. Oh, OCF.
Yeah, I remember now. Almost cold now. I know she's gonna start putting on the heavy clothes, dude.
I am wearing 3/4 length sleeves today, so.
I know for a fact that John was on Twitter because John and I were at the same. I've probably told this story a billion times. We were at the same AWS invent. Is that what it's called? Reinvent? Whatever. Conference. And that morning I was complaining about something on Twitter, I'm sure. And he found he just so happened, I didn't know he was there. He just so happened to find me at like lunchtime or whatever, and he's like, and he asked me about my Twitter post, and I had to stop and think for a second, like, how'd you know about that? Reinvent in Las Vegas, that's what it was. Yeah.
There you are. I got you now. I'm gonna start following you. Oh, I am following you. How is this? All right. I'll talk to you later, John.
Gotta get your socials straight, honey.
I do.
That's really the only thing important in life is your socials. 3 by 8. 3 by 8. Tropical storms left, blew last night. Cool. So tired of humid. I'll bet. That area up there, Tom is in Connecticut, but that area up there, it can go that way and just stay that way for what seems like eternity. And then some M3.
Well, anyway, I'll look at this later.
Shannon
But
is
John, I was
here.
going to send you a. I was going to send you a PM. Or a
DM.
DM, excuse me. It's different on Facebook than it is on X. But anyway, but I'll figure it out. Oh, there we go. Maybe that's it. That's why I can't send you a. But anyway, I'll send one later. Watch for. Send you a DM a little later. Conversation.
Start getting worried.
Nah, it's all good.
The green does look really good on the black frame, and it's really blown out on the table because it is so green. But when we get a couple parts on here in a little bit, I'll show you. It has a really nice contrast. And I know we talked about filament. I don't want to but this has been like a month ago now. Did we skip 1 or 2 streams? 2? 1? I don't remember.
We skipped one, and then instead of making it up the next week, we just waited the 2 weeks.
Okay.
So does that make sense?
But I think it's been a month.
It's been a month, yes. Yeah, okay. So we had one right after I got back from Vegas on July 13th. And then we were supposed to have one on the 27th. And we didn't have parts yet. And then instead of doing it on the 3rd, we just chose to do it today.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So whatever stream that was, we talked about filament colors and we were trying to decide, and we went with green, and we started talking to different vendors about filament. And I don't want to dodge that fact because we did talk about Green Gate, and Andrew was nice enough to get with them and get us a discount and everything. But we ended up going with Prusament Neon Green. And That's nothing against any of our wonderful friends in the 3D printing community, but let's just say it was extremely affordable.
Mm.
Prusha is very kind to our channel and what we do here, and we always appreciate it.
Yes. All right. I'm just gonna. Sorry.
You know what? You know what the rules are about using your phone during work hours.
I know it's rude. We got lectured about that yesterday.
Did you really?
Well, not me personally, but
don't do it. Quit doing it, please.
as a whole, we all got a little talking to from the principal about using your phone when you're around the kids. If it's work related, like sometimes they do music on their phone, or if or YouTube videos, they might queue up YouTube on with their phones or whatever. If it's work related, then it's okay, but they don't want you sitting there texting and scrolling and chatting and TikToking while you're supposed to be looking after children.
Probably a lot of these employees are very young people.
There are, yes. There's a couple of us that are
it's gonna happen.
Them that are in their 20s. It does happen. Yeah, and that goes for aides too, not just teachers. But you got to keep your eyes on the kids.
Yeah.
I'm my own entity. I think I wouldn't say like that I don't have to adhere to these rules, but I think as long as lunch gets out and the kitchen stays clean, I can kind of do what I want to do. You
mean common sense employers? No way.
Yeah. So, I mean, for the most part, nobody really bothers me. I just do my thing. When I start screwing up, then you can come in and tell me what to do. But I think for the most part, people are just glad that I'm there and they're not trying to bother me. Make lunch.
There you
go.
And stop switch holders done. Moving on.
But they stay in the kitchen and I just do my thing. Everybody seems okay with it. But I mean, I text on occasion if I have to talk to you about something, or I might fire off a text. Nobody seems to care. It's not like I'm sitting there TikToking while I'm trying to make lunch.
Although you try.
If I could, I would, I think. I saw the TikTok ring. How many bars do I get in the walk-in? I don't have any walk-ins. That's how little my kitchen is, Sergio. I don't have a walk-in. I have 3 large refrigerators and 3 large freezers.
But how well pointed was that question?
Very good. No bars in the walk-in. And I get but I only get 1 bar in the back of dry storage, which is where my desk is. So, in my hole.
Where is...
We're going to try to do something about that, though, this week. I got to pull out everything out of dry storage, sweep it and mop it, and put everything back that I want to keep in there. There's a lot of stuff in there where we had a lot more kids. We used to have a lot more kids. Now we don't. We only have 35 enrolled this year.
Wow.
Only 35 students in the whole school. Anyway, though, so, and I got enough kitchen equipment and stuff like that in there for, 200 or 300 students. I don't need all that. So see if we can't find a spot for it that isn't in my dry storage. Oh my God, you are school lunch. Disgustingly delicious, bestest gross pan pizza ever.
School pizza.
School pizza.
These, by the way, so we're moving on again, letting the PDFs decide. These are thumb screw adjusters for belt tension. So they have a hex bolt, and we're going to put them together because they're in the guide.
Cool.
Anyway.
I do not make my own pizza, Tom. I do frozen pizza, but it's actually pretty good. It's yeah, I don't make pizza, but I do make a thing called cheesy bread, which is it's a pizza crust with mozzarella on it and then marinara on the side for dipping. So I do a cheesy bread sticks with marinara. is one of my lunches. That's
Pizza-like bread.
It is a pizza. It's like a sauceless pizza, basically. But I jazz it up with some Italian herbs and stuff. You know what I mean? It's nice. It's a good. Yeah, it is good. And then what else do I make? Hot ham and cheese roll-ups. You guys remember those? Ham and cheese roll-ups. They're yummy, yummy. I make those.
They even have a little. He even thought of a little cap put in there so you can't see the screw head.
When at my school it's round, but when I worked in public school, the breakfast pizza was square, and it was just sausage.
Yeah, our pizza was always square.
Yeah.
And usually about half done.
Yeah. We have 2 fridge/freezer, one in the kitchen and the other's on the front porch. That'll work.
All right.
We have one in our kitchen, and then we have a small, the beer fridge is in the garage.
The most important fridge.
Beer and pop we put in there. Mostly beer. I was in the predominantly Italian Catholic grammar school. Never had pizza for lunch. But you did have... My grandmother used to make the rolls for my mother's Catholic school.
You don't need food when you have fear and guilt.
Tom Lama's not a ham guy. He's it's only bad bacon. Ham is delicious. I'm sure it's better than Little Caesars. Well, I don't know. I really like Little Caesars. There you are. Thanks, John, for messaging me. I could not figure out how to and there we go. That's what's going on. He's followed me back. There you are.
All right.
Hello. I'm gonna, and then John, I will text you.
So next up from our PDF gods, we are going to put all of the, I believe he calls them A, B, V, U, and V to give some designation to the different motor tracks. But basically it's core XY times 2. So we've got 4, so we're going to put all of our motor mounts on our motors.
All right.
Moving along. We'll need some pulleys. So what do we got? 3 washers and some M3 by 20. Washers.
All right.
My week was...
How was your week?
Kind of crap. I mean, there were some good parts to the week, but I didn't work the week before that week, and yeah, it wasn't great.
You were off for 2 weeks there.
I know.
That's nice. It's hard going back to work after U-axis, X-axis, and
there you go.
2 for the Y-axis. There you go.
There you go.
We went to Omaha.
We did?
We had a really good time in Omaha.
We only slightly almost got killed by the weather. That was cool.
Yeah, how about that? Well, that just worked out just fine for us. We went to the Aerospace Museum.
And we got to talk to a person that was on the space station.
Yeah, that was really neat.
That was, I mean, we didn't have like a conversation, but they had a Teams call with somebody that was currently on the space station, and we got to watch little kids go up and ask her questions and stuff. Mm-hmm. Super awesome.
Yeah, she had her hair in little ponytails, and you could see him floating behind her.
That's one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
It was neat. And then I don't know, John, you're not too far away from Omaha. Have you been to the Aerospace Museum?
Oh, he had to. He's a pilot.
Out there, yeah, I would imagine that you did. And then we went to, we stayed there. This area is called the Old Market, and it's just a little cobblestone area, a couple of blocks with some shopping and some restaurants and stuff like that. So that's really nice. And we've been doing that more often lately. It seems like we try to find a place to stay where we can walk to the restaurants and the bars and stuff, and we don't have to mess with the car. As a matter of fact, Andy asked if I had any photos.
Oh no, you had to ask.
Ah, I do, but I don't have screen share ability.
Haha!
So
Thwarted.
I don't have a lot of pictures, only a couple, but I did get Chris to go to a tiki bar.
We went to Tiki.
We
and,
went to a tiki
and you could
bar.
only imagine the look on my face when she said we should go to a Tiki bar.
Oh, it was fun. Yeah, John, it's a nice little, and it's only about 2 hour drive for us. So we drive up, we hung out for a day and a half, and then we drove home, and it was just fine. Had some nice overnights in downtown Omaha, like you said. Great food.
After you've been to Goshen so many times, the drive to Omaha is like nothing. It's like going to the store.
Exactly. It's a snap. Yeah. Easily stumbling distance from the hotels. Great food and bars. Yes, it is. And you know what? The service out there is really good. All of our experiences. We'll see if he'll put it up. I took a couple of pictures of us at Tiki, but that's it. Anyway,
They were extremely professional.
very professional pictures. Well, not.
No, I meant the service and everybody.
Oh yes,
out
I
there.
thought you meant the picture. I'm like, yeah. At Tiki. Yeah, everybody was really nice. And so, I mean, we went out a few times and all our experiences were really great. So that's nice too. Not that I expect, over the moon, just bring me the food and the drink and be kind of nice about it. Don't act like I'm putting you out.
Well,
That's really all I care about.
you don't expect anything over the moon, but you go to so many places that there's just no service at all. That
Yeah.
when they're pretty good, you're like, hey, these guys are good.
Well, and that's it too, is that if they are, even just a little bit of chit chat with me goes a long way. I mean, I don't need to know your life story, but hey, how you doing? And the girl, the young lady that waited on us at the fish place was like, she goes, I've been having a rosé summer because I ordered a rosé with my dinner, and she goes, and we were talking about, she's, I've been having a rosé summer, just little stuff like that. It's just being nice and somewhat enthusiastic. It's very nice. It's a nice feeling. And then we went to a sushi place the next night, Blue Sushi, and
That was
then
good.
Tiki, and we just had a lovely night. We don't really go crazy out there, We did go to the zoo, but it was so hot.
Spectre asked you about besides 3D printing.
Oh.
I work for a really large insurance company. You can just guess which one it might be. And I work on the mainframe for the most part. I'm an old school mainframe person. That's what I do for a living. So there's that. And Andy says no photos equals crying. So
Yes.
we should probably do that.
All right.
Is anybody watching Twitch? Yes, and that's somebody on Twitch said the size of the model. Yes, it's maximum of what the XL can handle. But it flips every 1 minute. I want to see where the filament's at. Oh, there's one row left on there. That's plenty.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, okay, where are these photos at?
They're under Google Photos.
Did you like share an album with me or something?
Oh, I guess I could. Yeah. So it's just the 3.
Yeah, I can't get into yours.
Oh, whoops. Well,
but
I can get into yours.
I only have one Omaha photo. Well, I have 2, but one's really bad.
Oh,
but this is my favorite one. That is a white alligator.
Ooh, that's a good one.
He's not albino. He's just white.
There you go.
And we read a whole thing on him, and he's very interesting. But that picture came out really well. He's pretty neat.
There you go. I sent you a few that I took. We don't really think to take a whole bunch of Omaha pictures. Oh, thank you.
Hello, guys. Always enjoy the streams.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the 10. I'm going to... So if there's a thumbs up on something, I have to hit it now. So I thumbs up that.
I will also thumbs up it. Thank you.
Awesome. I'm glad you enjoy the streams. The third... We celebrate things on YouTube now. They're putting it in the chat. Let's celebrate the 3rd super on a live stream. Yay!
Yay!
Tom, Maker Vikings here. Howdy.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Did you email them to me?
I sent them to you. I shared them with you on photos.
Okay.
Should I email them to you?
Nah, I'll just click around on a bunch of stuff. Sharing. New activity. Oh, yeah, there's some.
That's just all I have. You show what you like. Start with the zoo photos. Leave Tiki for last because
it's super exciting.
we're gonna build up the. See, that is the hummingbird, which we have no idea where he's from, but that's a blue hummingbird and that was in the butterfly exhibit where it was just a little netted in area and butterflies, and they could land on you, and they had a couple of hummingbirds in there.
He was hard to find.
That's him just guarding the feeder. That's the baby giraffe.
Is that the baby one? The little
Yes,
baby one?
he's looking at us. And then
There you go.
that's
the mom.
him from a little ways away, baby giraffe. And then baby elephant.
They
Look
had
how
two little bitty
cute.
guys too. They were adorable.
And not half, adolescent elephant laying on the ground, but baby elephant.
Yeah, the one on the ground was throwing dirt on everyone. It was great.
Yeah. Yes. So cute. There's me and Chris at Tiki Bar.
You could tell that it was extremely humid.
Very humid, yes. And then there's our tiki drinks. Now, what'd you have, honey?
I had the Holy Diver.
Yes. And I
Which
can't tell you what was in it. 'cause
It had pineapple in it,
Uh-huh.
but I only got it because of Ronnie James Dio.
Yes.
I think that's it.
Yeah, and then I had I think I had like a zombie or something like that. You know, typical tiki drink. It had some coconut cream in there and it was very good, very rummy. And then of course we got to get beer sidekicks. You had a jalapeno pineapple something or
Yeah,
other.
It wasn't great.
And then I had some kind of wheat beer. It was fine.
There you go.
And then the next one more.
There's one more.
Yeah. There's
Oh,
me.
There you go.
There's me taking a selfie. So
the
there you
amount
go.
of curl through her hair is how humid it is
That's
outside.
how you can tell how humid it is.
There
If you can do a side by side, my hair is straight right now. It's only because I haven't set foot outside yet. But that's what it looks like when it does. There you go. That's what it looks like when I step outside. It just immediately curls up. Chris's does too. Awful.
Well, yeah, mine. If you look at my hair funny, it goes back to curly.
That's true.
So
there you are. Omaha pictures. Not very exciting.
You've caught up to all of the exciting things that we've done. All right, back to building motor things.
White alligator. That was actually cool.
That was
cool.
They had like a was that was in the bottom of that dome thing?
I believe so. Swamp area.
Yeah, they have like a desert dome there. It's this big glass building, but then if you just keep walking down and down, there's like a swamp where if you just walk across, it's really super dark, and there's huge rooms full of bats, which is pretty cool.
That was cool.
You can hear them in there flapping around, but it's like just walkways, and there's these ponds left and right full of gators and snapping turtles and stuff. But the white one was pretty cool.
You know, and we should do better about taking pictures when we go anywhere. But, you know, Omaha is just one of those places you've been there so many times that you're like, we don't need to commemorate this.
Yeah.
But we should take more pictures. It's fun.
And then we have to come back and share them. Everybody has to watch our slideshow.
I think Andy likes it.
Well, as long as if Andy likes it, that's all that
Andy
matters.
likes the pictures. I'm getting lots of heart face glowing emojis.
That's all that matters then.
Andy likes baby elephants, and he likes baby giraffes, and he also likes tiki bars.
There you go.
Slideshows are great. I like looking at pictures. I mean, I don't want to be inundated with pictures. Like, some people just do massive photo dumps on Facebook. So I don't want to see like 30 pictures. Pick out your best 10 and let's see those. But I do like, yeah. And I do like looking at other people's photos if they're any good, if they're fun pictures. Has anybody here ever been to a tiki bar before? I'm sure most of you have, surely. Who doesn't like tea? I think they're a ball. I enjoy it. The one when we went to, it wasn't very crowded. It was a good night for us to go. It was a good night for Chris to go because he had never been. It wasn't very crowded, but it was still nice and dark, and it had the whole motif, you know, the tiki motif, and you could get a nice stout drink, but you didn't have a bunch of weirdos hanging around.
The guy at the tiki bar, he's like, "Have you ever been to a tiki bar before?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Well, it's a bar. It's going to be a little darker than normal. and the drinks are really boozy.
That's exactly what it is.
And
There
I
you
said,
go. Nice
okay,
boozy drinks. Yeah, like,
okay.
and it's not, you know, yeah, you're gonna sit and it takes you a while to get through them because they are very boozy. You don't
Yeah.
need to. It's not a calm place where you're slamming drinks. You go and you sip on your boozy drink, and then maybe you have another one, but really one or two,
Yeah,
and
I
then
was-
you go somewhere else and slam beers and
it-
hang out. And-
those two drinks I had were more than enough. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean,
no,
it was a fine place to go.
yeah.
But definitely very snappy in there.
Oh,
a little jazzier than I am.
It is very hipstery. It's
is.
very trendy. It's just fun though. I don't know. It's just silly thing, and you can go and look around. They had lots of little like Instagram, which we didn't take any pictures because by then, we didn't end up doing it. But the other room had some, pirate skeleton area, like Instagram type corners where you can go and do selfies and take pictures of. And then they had another like pirate ship thing going on. The whole theme was really neat. I haven't been to a tiki bar, but have been to other bars that start with ah ha 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 ti. Get it?
Oh yes, I get it now.
Yes.
You don't see those much anymore.
Tom would drive down to the Keys and go to tiki bar. I'm trying to get him down to Key West, Tom. I think it's warm, but I think you would have a good time down there. It's a little different. Very free-spirited. We had a good time though. And he was a good sport. You were a good sport for going.
I was.
Yeah. Thank you.
2. That is an M3 by 20.
Kind of digging the lime green parts. They're transparent.
Yeah.
It's transparent green.
It's like the 80s in here.
Yeah.
Neon everywhere.
Yeah.
So the take-up wheel has a heat insert in it. Aha! That's what I'm missing. So we gotta set a heat insert.
What is your printer count? How many running printers do you have?
Schmifty 3. I don't know.
A lot.
Let's say 40. Maybe 35. I give away a lot. Let's say 35. Running that I use, 12. Let's say 12. Heat insert. That's where I was going.
$11.5. Andrew Rogers says $11.5.
11-11.
11. Andrew, were you here when I said that I went and saw Deadpool? Have you guys seen the new Deadpool? That's true. Well, I mean, and Tom, that's true. And if you you have to go through the Keys if you go into Miami anyway, and that's what I figured. If we do take that, and to me, that's all part of the vacation is the 4 hours from Miami to Key West and seeing the Deer Key. So, ooh, somebody's on the beach.
No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers. I won't spoil anything. It's good and funny. That's where I'll leave it. And then I'm looking forward to the new Alien movie. Have you seen the popcorn buckets? There's a few out now. Did I watch The Toxic Avenger? No, I did not.
No, we forgot.
Forgot to watch it. Oh, all right, Andrew. I guess we'll see you later. Are you leaving? Or are you just... Okay. Anyway, oh, he's got to go. Unfortunately, I just got to... Oh, got to go. All right, Andrew. Catch you later. It's 6:15 there on the beach. But yes, I'm looking forward to the new Alien movie. That Alien Romulus is coming out. I want to see that.
It might be interesting.
Yes. Oh, somebody from Denmark. Stefan from Denmark is here. Hello, Stefan. have my
Bucket list.
have it in my bucket list.
Took me a second.
BCN 3D Sigma 17 to convert to Clipper. There you go. Waiting for it to show at home. Well, it won't take long. And then we can talk.
Never
Yes.
does anymore.
I think that Romulus movie is going to be pretty good, and I'm looking forward to it. Not quite up to it, although Ridley Scott is involved, but it won't be the same without Ripley.
He's still alive?
No, she's been dead and resurrected so many times. That poor woman. Give her a break, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Only so many aliens you can fight in one lifetime.
Yeah, more
I
about
mean,
the
come on.
aliens than about Ripley. It'll be good though, and I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. There was another one I saw. Did we go see another one before that? Seemed like we've seen a lot of movies this summer. Oh yeah, I went and saw Long Legs in the movie theater. Who's seen Long Legs? Clipper is a fad. Marlin is the one true firmware, Bob Carnes says.
Bob coming in, stirring
All
up
right,
trouble.
coming in hot. Okay.
Clipper's a fad. Those are some of the funniest moments, though, when somebody comes in with this declarative statement.
Oh, Thomas, see you later. Thank you for coming.
See ya. Clipper's a fad.
The BCN 3D was a great 3D printer that promise a lot and do so little. I got one from an ex-engineer and have in mind a duet, but since now Clipper is the new thing, Clipper goes in.
New thing.
Oh, thing, yes. Clipper goes in.
Yeah. Give it a whirl.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's probably somebody that's already created a definition out there for it.
Bob says it's all in fun. Of course it is, Bob.
Yeah,
It's all
I
good, man.
got you.
Yeah, we know it. We're just having fun.
Bob's an OG 3D printing person.
Well, then Clipper would be a fad. You've probably seen a few fads, haven't you?
Back in my day,
Marlin ran everything.
we used teacup firmware and we liked it.
BCN 3D is an IDEX. That's good to know. Anyway, anybody seen Long Legs? It's good. It's, well, I don't know. I guess it depends on how you look at it. It's all right. So should I get the Ender 3 and Malin M200 Mono Price Mini Select going again? You think you should do it?
You got a lot of free time? I don't know. I mean, they're not bad machines.
We need to get Octoprint working on the Prusa XL.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been asked about that a couple of times.
You haven't heard of Long Legs? It's one of those serial killer type movies, and it's got Nicolas Cage in it.
It was kind of like I don't want to say limited run, but like an artsy, like
It's a smaller
time
movie,
thing.
yes, and it's yeah, and it didn't go very long in the movie theater, but I don't know, it was plenty scary. It's a little different. Got a little twist at the end. Might be worth a watch, especially if it's gonna be streaming very soon. I'm sure you'll be able to check it out, but I'd say it's worth a watch. Not particularly gory, spooky. I'd put it in the spooky category, as in a few jump scares here and there, and it was pretty good. And Nicolas Cage. He's all right.
He's scary on his own.
He is. He's got a way of looking at things. In Brazil, most popular 3D printer is Grabber i3, all frame in 6mm wood.
Nice.
Interesting.
Love it.
BCN 3D company had some nice stuff, features-wise, but execution seemed lacking. Hopefully they've
Iterated
iterated their designs since when I look at them in 2018 or so.
Yeah, they've been around a long time. They did. I've never had one. I've had some derivatives of those machines, but never really spent a ton of time with them. All right, what are we looking at? Detail A.
The Illusionist. Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen that one. Yeah.
Illusionist.
We watched Devil, the one where they all get stuck in the elevator together. That was interesting. That's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Full European company, too. And A3 size prints. What's A3 size prints? It's the bottom comment there. John wrote it. Building a Delta printer. Somebody.
Cool. Deltas are just a good time.
Glad to see more IDEX stuff happening. I'm currently calibrating filament from my newly converted MK3. Oh, A3 is a paper size. Oh.
Oh, now I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Thank you for elaborating.
Thank you. Donor letter size. There you go. 420 by 297. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. Letter size, yes.
So I had to do, just to keep you in the loop, we're building the motor mounts, but they have a little tensioner wheel, and I didn't do the heat. There's a heat insert inside the wheel and it just spins on a screw, so this will advance it left or right to tension the belt. So I had to do that real quick, and then we can continue to assemble.
Cool. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
What's the best main board for Ender 3 with Wi-Fi?
With Wi-Fi? Do you want to run RepRap or Clipper? Because those are really your only two options if you want Wi-Fi, unless you want to like do Octoprint or something.
And then somebody asked if the chat was off on Twitch. Where'd you say that link was to your Twitch?
I will put it in chat again.
Thanks.
No, chat is on. I'm seeing it right there. It looks like Shane's over there hanging out.
There we go. Thank you. It's all chatting all the time. I don't know if I can do 2 chats at once.
Yeah, there's not much going on Twitch, so. M5 by 10. Couple of those.
Oh, let me, I gotta join. I got it on my phone. I don't have it on here. So.
No chat bar.
No chatting. Yeah, you have to get the app. Do it on the phone, or it's gonna want you to sign in and do all that business. You gotta make an account.
Yeah, I don't know much about Twitch yet. I'm sorry to say.
They want you to make a sign up. He exited and entered again. With Clipper, should Z-homing be done with a micro switch or the probe?
You can do either or both if you'd like.
Seems like I see you do both.
Yeah, I mean it just kind of depends on what you want to do. If you're gonna have a probe anyway, you can use it in multi-use. I mean so you don't have to set up the in-stop switch. That's kind of nice. But you could do just leveling with the probe and with the switch. Just do your Z with the switch. I usually just don't mess with the switch and just use the probe. But that's just me. You do you.
go there. I see same old Shane.
Good old Shane.
He's pushing the print volume on this sheet.
Yeah, it's that. So I put that castle, and there's like if you do exclamation point what's printing, it will send you a link to what's printing.
Oh.
In the chat over there on Twitch. But it's that castle you've probably seen a million times. It's a really intricate castle on a hill, and I literally just put it in to Prusa Slicer and hit max, go to max build volume, and let it loose. And honestly, the reason why I started this was one, some more stuff on Twitch, just another stream. I've always wanted to print this castle, but Printed Solid had a sale on transition spools, and they were $10 a piece, so I had to buy some. And so there's 2 of these transition spools dedicated because it's 1.6 kilograms of filament to print this. So 2 of those transition spools were thrown at this castle, and most of it's white, like natural PLA. When they transition from one color to another, it looks like they've just fed in pellets and tried to run out the color. So almost all the filament is some shade of white. But if you get up close to the model, you can kind of see it. It's just a little bit bomb pop color. It'll go just a little bit dark and then come back to another shade. But can't beat $10 filament.
No, you can't.
All right. Motor mount number 2. Which one are we on? This one. This one should be much faster because now I know exactly how it goes together.
Is castle using grid infill?
Yes.
Yes.
15%. Print time is 2 days and 8 hours.
What the Twitch channel that does Maker Love streams? What?
Saying what?
They had the creators on Prusa live stream once before when Matt was running them. What the?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either.
This is kind of my venture, my first venture in Twitch. I've never done Twitch before. I just thought it would be, for some reason I thought it would be a good idea.
What the Twitch channel that does Maker live streams? What the chit?
Oh, you're talking about Maker Deck, I'll bet.
What's the Twitch channel that does
That's Maker Deck.
Maker live stream? Yes.
So Maker Deck is, they use StreamYards, and you can sign up on their Discord to stream your printer on their feed. So that they can do like up to 10 feeds at a time. So that's what you're probably referring to. Check that out.
Oh yeah, I've seen this one.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I got to put my pulley on this other one, huh? Just to get it off the table.
Yeah, in fact, we did a short on that, didn't we?
Yeah, with Mike, Fix'em Dude.
Mm-hmm.
He was there representing Maker Deck.
Yeah, Fix'em Mike, who I don't see on the stream today.
Where is he?
We've said his name. He will come.
Out there doing things in the real world like some
What?
sort of
Get
human.
outta here. There you go.
Now I cannot get Holy Diver out of my head. I thought it was gone there for a minute, but then we talked about it again.
It will never go away. There you go. Tom Llama has summoned him by saying the words.
Yeah, I need to get on that. They sent me the info. Liz does a lot of that stuff over there. Chris Perillo, Liz. She sent me the info. I just haven't set it up yet. I need to pop on there for a little while.
There we go. I just don't really have much to say today. I don't know. Usually I'm much more chattier than this. What's going on?
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, feeling all right.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So let's talk about lawsuits.
Yeah. Did you start the IDEX on the last stream? Yes.
Yes, we built the frame on the last one.
I think, John, you caught us at the tail end. It was about a month ago. We didn't,
Yeah.
I thought I remembered you popping up for a second, but then, but it was towards the end. Joel's singing Holy Diver for you.
Holy diver.
Oh, Holy Diver! He's asked me to sing it at you. Sing it. Sing it, Chris. You've been down too low in the midnight sea.
I was singing it for her the other night.
Oh, yeah. That's what Tiki does to him.
Yeah, it makes me sing Ronnie
Brings
James
out the
Dio.
music in him. Yeah, see? Ah, the lawsuits. Somebody says, yes, the lawsuits.
Ah, the lawsuits. So, I'm no, lawyer ecologist, but I play one on TV, and so I think Stratasys is suing Bamboo Lab for a bunch of patent infringement. Stratasys has done this before, but so I don't know exactly what's going on. I read some of the paperwork that they filed, and they're suing them for like a patent on heated beds and wipe towers. So I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know what their intention is. Maybe just to gain revenue, maybe to knock Bamboo down a few pegs. I don't know. My first question is, okay, Bamboo's doing this. They're suing Bamboo. Why aren't they suing everyone else? And then my other thought was, I thought all those patents were expired, which I don't know anything about patents, but it just seems kind of odd that they just jumped up with a lawsuit just all of the sudden. But I don't know. Maybe there's validity in it.
Sergio says patent trolls.
Patent troll. It could be. Could be. They need revenue. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't they go after Prusa?
Right, and I don't know. The only thing that I could come up with, and again, this is just speculation, the only thing I could come up with is there was something having to do with them selling on U.S. soil. Because, getting a patent, suing for a patent in a different country is pretty difficult. But I don't know. I have no idea. It seems a bit of a farce to me, but I don't know, maybe they'll win. If they do win, that's going to cause some serious problems. So I don't know.
That's true. Likely cause is Bamboo trying to patent things themselves. I could totally see that. And then going after the big newish name. Also could see that.
Yeah. Well, and not everything Prusa is open source. I get that. Kill 'em.
Missed. Sorry, go ahead.
Not everything Prusa is open source. I get that. They've got a lot of stuff that they're keeping behind the wall, and take that for what it's worth. However you feel about that, one way or another. But I also do think, like, if they tried to go after Prusa, they're going to end up saying, well, it's open source, or if they even tried to sue them for something, they'll just put it open source, and there's nothing they can do.
Right.
So Bamboo's probably a much better target because they do have some stuff that's closed up that they haven't shared with people. So maybe they're just a better target. That's why they're not going after Prusa. No clue. But, any drama in our little sewing circle, we have to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got to make a TikTok video 5 seconds after it happens.
Well, I haven't seen any on there.
I haven't either. I'm just being that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But
now there's some action
jealous.
on the some action on your Twitch channel.
All right. I've noticed Twitch likes to just die and then come back. Yeah, Twitch stream just ended. So.
Consumer product company versus rep product company. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, right? But I don't know.
I don't know either. John.
We'll probably never hear any more of it.
Yeah.
put patents in that are already patent. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I don't I don't know the
I could
facts of
see
what
them
bamboo
doing
does.
that. I
Right.
mean,
I don't know anything about bamboo. I just everything I know is hearsay. So that very well could be the case, but I don't know. Can't patent my patent, man.
hmm.
Yeah, things are gonna get a lot quieter around here. Going back to work.
I know it.
It's gonna be a long haul too. Like, when's the next vacation day?
Well,
Thanksgiving?
I got Labor Day off.
Oh, Labor Day.
And then, which might be our next stream weekend. Oh, the next one will be August 24th is when we would stream again if we were to stay on schedule. August 24th. So I get September 2nd off. And then Indigenous Peoples Day in October, or Columbus Day, whichever you prefer. And then I get 1 3-day weekend a month, and then November I get Veterans Day and then Thanksgiving. So that'll be nice. Why is it that in the start of year lots of holidays and then nothing in the second half of the year? I don't know. Because they don't love us. Because they want us, they give you a taste of how good it can be, and then they just want to take it away from you. January and February are the long haul for and I'm not looking forward to them, but they're not here yet.
Not here yet.
Yeah, and then there
Oh,
it is. That's pretty much it. December winter break, of course. We only get, though, Liberty School District, where I used to work, gives you 2 whole weeks. This school you get the week of Christmas off, and then, but on January 2nd you have to go back, which I think falls on like a Wednesday or Tuesday. So we get about a week and a half, maybe 10 days.
They don't even allow you the 2-day hangover from New Year's Eve?
Well, Liberty did professional development on the 2nd. Or maybe you were off the 2nd and then they did it on the 3rd. I don't know. It doesn't really matter for us, though. We go back on Thursday the 2nd of January. So I don't know, week and a half. That's okay. Yeah, it is. Combine the few holidays with the really lousy part of Minnesota winter, late January through April is tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You know, I really struggle, like, not to get too deep on you guys, but I really struggle, and I think Chris does too a little bit, with January and February. It's right after the holidays. The whirlwind of the holidays is over, and now it's just digging in, and the weather's terrible, and I get a little seasonal depression. I mean, not like debilitating or anything, but I get a little bummed out in January and February. I don't feel like you got anything to look forward to. You know, you're just kind of drudging through. And then my birthday is in March 12th. Things start looking up around my birthday. But January and February are the longest months of the year for me.
By the time January rolls around, I am over it.
I am tired all the time. I'm just bummed out. The sun, you know, and that's something else too, is that the sun's not coming out. Short days makes it hard.
Yeah.
Season adjustment disorder is sad. Yes, exactly, John. We get King's birthday in September, then Christmas. You don't do any kind of Thanksgiving, anything Thanksgiving-esque, any kind of fall holiday in Australia. We get Christmas, New Year's, Australia Day,
Yay.
Easter, Anzac Day. Is that like your Indigenous Peoples Day, or Labor Day? All by June, and then King birthday is in September. Yeah. Hip deep in snow for 6 months. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's always 60 degrees in Sergio has no seasonal because it's always the same there where he is.
I'm sure he does. He's sad for us.
Yes, you should be
He
sad for
He
us.
gets sad just because we're sad.
That's it. John says, get up, go to work in the dark. Work,
Come home
drive
in the
home in the dark.
dark.
I hate it.
Yes.
Me too. Where you're ready for bed at 7:30.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Beats the alternative, I guess.
I guess. You
As
know,
my
you're waking up
grandfather
on the
would
right
say.
side of the sod, and that's all that really matters. Daylight bulbs for the house.
Yeah.
Occasionally I will go tan. Not often though. What we should do is just go down to Mexico
And stay there.
in January when we're super bummed out between January and if we can make it the first 3 weeks in January, and then we'll go to Mexico, and then we can hammer out February.
We kind of did that one year, and I definitely think it helped. Like spending the last part of December someplace warm, it definitely
Yeah,
helped.
I think that we should go somewhere warm in January. I clock out at 10 o'clock. It's always dark then. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Anzac is Australia and New Zealand Army Corps holiday. It's like honoring soldiers. So it's like, well, yeah, Veterans Day, and then we have another one too, not
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and Memorial Day. We have a remembrative day, 11/11. Yeah, but it's not a big holiday there.
Do you ever just use your sockets while they're in the holder? No need to take it out.
Anzac got their asses handed to them in Gallipoli, so it's bad for them. Memorial Day. It's a Memorial Day, that holiday. I could see why. Well, that's what we do too. We have Memorial Day where we honor the troops, our fallen soldiers.
And you have to grill something.
Yeah, and it also is a kick off the summer weekend. So there you go.
It's kind of close to a 6mm, but not.
Veterans Day for us is in November. So. Anyway.
We've knocked out all the holidays.
We've knocked out all the holidays. But I get a 3-day weekend almost every month. I think March might be the only 3-day weekend I don't get.
That's because it's your birthday.
Yeah, I know. You don't love us. Yeah, no 3-day weekend in March. But April is spring break. I don't know. You know, a few days off here and there. This is a new one for me. I've never had this one before. Truman's birthday. So I work for the state of Missouri now. I don't work for any particular school district. Well, I work for the state of Missouri and the Missouri School District, and they give us Truman's birthday. Harry Truman's birthday.
Oh, he's a big deal around here.
Well, I mean, he's from Kansas City area. So that's kind of different on May 8th. So it's kind of cool.
Good old Truman.
Yeah. I'll take it. I want to kill that fly.
Kill it. You want the swatter?
There's 2 of them now. They're ganging up on me.
One of those veins on that curtain is ripped. I think they're just finding their way down from the garage. This is actually really cool.
Oh, okay.
The design on this part. So what he's done, so he's given you, so the motor can go this way a little bit to get it in the camera somehow. It can go this way a little bit to tighten the belt, but he's made a wheel, and then there's inside the wheel there's a heat insert, and then on the end it's just a hex bolt so that it holds the head so that you can run this little dial back and forth to push the motor aside to tighten the belt.
That's clever.
Pretty nifty, huh? I like it.
Scallop oil. Ollie. Gallop.
You're never gonna get it from me.
Gallop.
Keep taking stabs at it.
Oli. Ollie. Gallop Ollie. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't. I won't say it doesn't matter, but I'm saying it wrong. We landed and got smashed by the Turks. Got 6 months or something. And then it's kind of like Dunkirk for the British. I did see Dunkirk. Close. He said I was close. Good enough. I'm gonna take the win. But I did see Dunkirk and I liked it. It was good. Sad. This fly is just asking for it. I can't get him. Galloping horse. Okay, gallop. Ah.
You have to give it up.
I'm gonna have to let it go. Let it go. I don't know, no big plans this weekend, really. I don't even have any plans tomorrow for Sunday. I usually have something cooked up for Sundays, but
You don't have anything going tomorrow?
not yet. But, you know,
The
that's...
day is young. I had to replace 2 lights down here. I didn't even know that they were out. There's so many lights down here. I got one of them. The next one's on you.
Gallipoli. Oh. I'm not even going to say it real loud because I think I butchered it. They're trying to get me to say the Gallipoli.
Got a pulley?
How do flies go underground?
I don't
Oh.
know. Wait for it.
Forget it, guys. Anyway. Yeah, boring. I'm boring today.
Oh, you're not boring.
I am a very boring person. It's not a joke. He wants to know.
How do flies go underground?
They find their way in. I don't know either. This isn't a sealed off room.
Yeah, so the
He
basement.
wants to know how the flies got in here. I thought maybe we were being set up.
I was hoping for a really
Or
stupid
they're
joke.
trying to get me to pronounce something. To pronounce that word another way. Anyway, they fly in. The garage door, the outside door, and we have to go through the garage to get down into the basement. And they come in through the garage door, and then they make their way down here.
Yeah, the basement door stairs are just over there. If you've ever seen one of the tours, like I've done a couple of tours over the years, is the basement stairs are just right there, and they're just covered with like one of those freezer door curtains, like the plastic slats. So they slide in. Why, I don't know, because there's nothing down here to eat, but you know, just to be jerks.
Yes. Sergio, fly joke. If time flies like an arrow, then fruit flies like a banana. Very good. Yeah. I always say that the flies are terrorizing me. That's the way I feel. They're harassing.
All right, we're getting stuff done here.
Bug assault. Somebody brought it
I
up.
know we're back to bug
I
assault.
don't want to get shot with salt, Joel, and he will do it.
Hour
The
and
second I
21
bend over to
minutes.
pick something up in front of him, he's gonna shoot me with that thing.
Mhm. That gives a whole new meaning to watch your ass. Hot take.
Prusa should file an what is that? Amicus
Amicus
brief.
brief versus Bamboo Labs.
Hmm.
Well, you know, you never know what's going on behind the scenes either. You know, maybe they already are. I have no clue. I don't know anything about it. I'm just speculating, but Okay, so next up, we are going to build the carriages that hold the pulleys for the belts in the back two corners. So we'll line up pulleys. These have shoulder bolts. The shoulder bolts I'm somewhat concerned about because not every shoulder bolt is the same. I got the ones that were available to me, but I'm kind of worried that they're not the right spec. So we're getting ready to find out together.
Okay, good.
You know, I got one of them.
Yeah, but I don't know where he. Oh, there he is. Bugger. Mashed him good too.
Let's see if these fit.
Tell your friends what happened.
Tell my story.
Witness me.
You got
You bastard.
you gotta let one live so they can go back and tell everyone
That's
else.
right, to live to tell the tale. That's right. Natural born killers.
Yeah. Yes. So you need two of them. Yeah. There's two, one on each corner, and they both have two sets of pulleys on them.
What's the bed size for this thing?
350, 4 in the Z. But because it's IDEX, depending on the mode that you're using, you can't use all the 350 because they're side by side. So I think like 310 is the biggest print because you have to have room for those tool heads to sit there.
What is everybody's favorite Olympic sports? Do you guys watch the Olympics?
Do they have pie eating? Because that's my
I
favorite.
wish.
And these do fit, so
There you go.
good for us. I cannot believe I'm watching the Twitch channel over here on the side. I cannot believe that spool still has filament on it. I mean, it should have ran out like 12 hours ago. They stacked those transition spools deep, I guess.
It's good.
Yeah, it's still got some going.
Yes, breakdancing.
Breaking, yo.
I enjoyed it.
You were really excited about
there
the
are
breakdance.
rules, and it's a battle. There's smack talking, international smack talking.
That was
so
kind
it's
of
like
the
a sign language thing.
that was kind of the crazy part. They have these moves to like diss each other while they're dancing.
So if they think that you've repeated a move, they'll do like this. It's like a repeat. You did it twice. They called it vocabulary, and when you read the rules, they're like vocabulary. Somebody's judging your vocabulary, and I was like,
They talk?
how are they gonna talk? I mean, is it trash talk vocabulary? Like, how's that work? Vocabulary meaning your different dance moves.
It's all you mama jokes.
Yeah, exactly. But it was good. Anyway though, but the vocabularies are different. But if you repeated a dance move, they do like this, and they'll do like this. If you screwed up, they do like that. If they think you messed up, and then but there's the.
And I guess that means cut?
I
Like
don't know
a
if that
movie
means
thing?
cut or it just means
Oh.
you messed up. I know
Yeah.
that. And then yes, your movement repertoire. Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yes, and and then one of the Chinese ladies told her opponent that she's just a baby. She did one of these things to her, like, you're just a baby, you know nothing. And I was like, wow. But international trash talking, you don't need to speak the language. You can just
You can trash talk wherever you go.
you can say it all. I don't know. I just liked it. I was surprised it didn't. I never thought of breakdancing as being an organized sport.
No.
And then when you get on there and you do it, it's neat. I don't know. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I will watch it next year.
Well, it seems so unorganized compared to like all the Olympic sports. You know, they've got to do it just right. Basically, these gals just got up there in a circle and were doing a dance off. I mean, it was kind of interesting.
It was cool. Oh, Rod gifted us 5 memberships. Thank you,
Awesome.
Rod.
Thank you, Rod.
Anyway, yeah, and then we watched skateboarding. We liked the skateboarding. And we did watch some synchronized diving. I saw somebody on there like synchronized diving. Badminton. I'll watch. You know what? And in truth, I'll watch just about anything. There was like Olympic highlights on Peacock where you just put it on and then it kind of flips back and forth between whatever. We watched the ping pong finale between South Korea and I think Japan. We watched that one, ping pong. You know, it's just something to watch. We don't really.
Well, it's
I
the
did watch.
Olympics.
It's not synchronized swimming. It's now it's
Rhythmic,
rhythmic swimming.
I think is what they call it.
I can't. Oh,
For the next Tiki Bar visits.
thank you, Sergio.
Wow, Sergio, $50.
Very
Jeez.
nice. Thank you.
That'll buy like 1.5 tiki drinks.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding.
Thank you, Sergio. That's awesome.
Artistic dance swimming.
Artistic
Oh.
dance swimming.
Or something.
I don't remember what it was, a movie or a cartoon or something. I don't remember. But every time I see the break dancing, I was like, it's a dance fight.
It is. It was. Cat curling. I like curling in the winter, like actual curling. I do watch the curling. It's a good game. Yeah, I don't know. We've been kind of. I know, of course, we'll watch the gymnastics. That's a big one. We don't really care much about the basketball, but we did watch gymnastics. Watch Simone Biles.
I gotta tell you, old
Kick
Simone
ass.
there. So I don't know anything about anything, and I definitely don't know anything about gymnastics. But all the girls, yeah, I watched. We were just sitting there and watching the final, and you know, Simone Biles, she's like the best of the best. Okay, I don't know what that means as a person, you know, just that doesn't know anything about gymnastics. And the girls take all their turns and they're doing their thing, and it looks really impressive. And you know, somebody's got bronze locked in, and somebody's got silver locked in, and of course they let Simone go last. And I'm like, well, it all looks about the same. It looks pretty impressive. And then Simone comes up, and she's like doing these 20-foot jumps and 18 backflips and stuff, like stuff humans shouldn't do. And I'm like, okay, that's why she's the best. It was pretty interesting to compare them. I've never seen it before, you know, like sat down and watched it. She's impressive.
She
to say the
is.
least.
She's the GOAT.
Yeah.
She's amazing. Do you think the events for Olympic City should be within a certain distance? They had surfing in Tahiti, and he had an argument with his buddy saying this should be a wave pool to make it standard.
I don't know. I thought that was pretty interesting too.
Yeah.
And
I don't know though, but you would think that it would be real life scenarios. If you can't catch a wave, does it count against you?
well, and that's kind of the question that I had. Like, it's god awful boring to watch them surf because they're just sitting there waiting.
Right.
You know, so I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't care about this. We tried to watch it. It was
Yeah, it's just
very boring.
45 minutes of and they'll catch one wave.
The
you know?
final had 3 waves in it. Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe you are onto something, John. Maybe they should have some kind of wave pool.
Could be.
But I mean, can you recreate waves like that? Because they looked quite large.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, John O'Shaughnessy says local pride, Stoonie Lee. I didn't know she was from Minnesota.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she did real good too.
What size are these? 6mm shoulder. These are so these are 400 micron shims that you have in between those pulleys to keep them from rubbing. You could sneeze and swallow about 5 of these and you wouldn't even know.
There you go. We watched a little bit of rhythmic gymnastics too. That's kind of neat one. I don't know. I like the way they throw the ball up and they catch it with their feet and stuff. That was just kind of neat. I am looking forward to. I know I keep talking about this breakdancing thing, but I'm just so impressed with it. They have men's final. Gonna watch it tonight. Men's final breakdancing. Last night was women's. Tonight we watched the men.
I thought I heard something upstairs. I'm like, what is that noise?
No, it's me stomping my
Oh.
feet. But what else have we been watching? Really? I mean, just kind of a little bit of everything. I do like the synchronized swimming. It's not called artistic swimming now, but I like the synchronized swimming a lot too. I think that's really neat and so difficult. Those ladies can't touch the bottom of the pool. They're doing everything swimming, and that just blows my mind.
It's crazy.
Modify the claw machine design to make a surf generator. Could you do that in mini, honey?
In
Mini
mini?
form?
We can build anything.
Well, all right. John's gonna build us a Olympic size surfing.
Cool.
He's got it all figured out.
I trust him.
I do too. And he's from the right place.
These are tricky. And not losing that shim.
Yeah. Stadium length. Yeah. A big pool.
Check.
That makes a standard playing field like they have in gymnastics bar. Double bar, like standard size. I get it. Yeah. My older sisters did synchronized swimming, might have made it to the Olympics, but it wasn't in the Olympics back then. Well, my friend, we'd watched a little bit of track and field too. Man, those ladies, all those, they're very fast. And I know that's the point, but wow, they can really run.
There's one, I know I've been harping on this. I've said this a couple of times the last couple of days. There's one gal from the Netherlands that is just ridiculous incredible. Like, she's just, nobody even has a chance, like, at hurdles or anything. She's just killing it.
Yes.
You can
At
see
least they got to the national. That's cool, John.
see
Oh,
the
what you got
tolerance
there?
on that. Like, it's never going to focus. See,
There you go.
that's that shim. 400ths. But you can see how tight those are.
Huh.
Very well done. Very well designed. I like it. All right, and then the tooth, you get toothed ones and the smooth ones on the front side and toothed ones in the back. And that's the tooth.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Anybody watch fencing or anything like that? We watch a little fencing, not much though. I mean, I don't know enough about it. So, how about that guy from Turkey that won the shooting competition? Have you guys seen him? It was amazing. The guy from Turkey. No special glasses, just your standard earplugs, not fancy headphones. Just a dude standing there with his hand in his pocket, shooting bullseyes. It was pretty amazing. That was that pistol air gun.
Yeah. That was pretty funny. And of course, the internet.
The rock climbing, cool. Have you seen the speed rock climbing?
I didn't know that was a
There
thing.
is a thing, and it's speed rock climbing, and they climb real fast.
Yes.
Yeah. Except the shooter meme. Yeah. We didn't really. Yeah, we didn't watch a whole lot of it either. I mean, I turned it on just long enough to see what everybody was talking about, and then, but I'm not super interested. Not for any particular reason. I just, it's okay. Might watch it for a little bit. I feel the same way about archery. I'll watch it for a little bit, but
One thing I haven't caught any of, and if I did, it was very brief, was weightlifting. I really like to see them do the power lifts.
is
Like,
that a
that's really
summertime thing?
I think that's really impressive.
Speed ice climbing in the Winter Olympics. That could be kind of neat.
Skateboarding's still my favorite, though.
Is weightlifting winter or summer?
it's
summer. Yeah.
I don't know when they do it.
We didn't really watch it a little bit. There was a lot of, and boxing. It's fine. It just doesn't really. Again, no particular reason. Just doesn't really get it for me. But I'll watch a little bit of anything. I really don't mind.
These are nice. These just look, the green and the chrome.
It looks very
really
sharp.
Looks good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Looks really good.
One down. I'm just glad the shoulder bolts fit. That's what keeps me up at night, or things like, oh man, I hope the shoulder bolts fit.
Yeah. Now I feel like I need to look up the sports there and.
Like I'm ignoring my coffee.
Coffee. I've been doing real good. I drink my 3 cups a day, and then I try to not do any more.
Well, good for you.
Soccer,
Knowing
golf.
your limits.
Beach volleyball. Did you guys watch any beach volleyball?
I feel a little wrong about watching beach volleyball. I'm just going to be perfectly honest. I think it's a good sport, but I just don't feel comfortable turning it on and watching it.
Well,
Just going to say it.
Some of them were wearing pants this go around.
I would feel better if they wore pants.
And there were some unhappy folks.
Well, they're very young people. Maybe if I was 20, it wouldn't matter so much. But I'm just saying. That's somebody's kids.
Yeah. It's interesting. They draw traditional sports in favor of youth sports like skateboard, BMX, which is fine. But breakdancing is dance, not a sport. It takes a certain amount of athleticism. Don't they have ballroom dancing though?
They used to.
In the Olympics?
I don't know if
Did
they
they
still
get rid
do
of
or
that?
not. I believe their ballroom was still was a thing.
And next they have parkour. I'd watch it.
It would be entertaining, I'll bet.
I'd at least check it
Well,
out. It
they
looks
have-
kind of neat. They do have BMX, don't they? They have X Games.
They have BMX in the Olympics. I'm
And
pretty
dirt
sure.
bikes?
No dirt bikes. They also have what's the one where you're on the surfboard but you have a sail? Windsurfing?
Yeah.
They have that as well, which I didn't know.
Yeah. They have sailing too. I've seen the sailing.
Yep.
Wrestling.
Well, and my favorite Olympic tidbit so far was about the pirate certificate.
Oh, from MIT. Have you guys heard of this? It's pretty
That's
sweet.
pretty
I'm gonna look
awesome.
it up to make sure I'm accurate.
Yeah, get
here.
it right, because that is too cool. It almost makes me want to go to MIT now. Like I would ever have that much money, but still.
Honorary pirate certificate from MIT. If you let's see. They have Oh, darn it. Hold on a second. It's specific. It's archery, sailing, fencing, and shooting, I believe. And I cannot type it. I should just type it on my computer. That would be
I think
smarter. I don't know why I keep wanting to go to my phone.
I think it's fencing, pistol shooting, sailing, and archery. I
Yeah.
believe.
Pirate certificate. That's what I think too. All right, I'm looking it up. Anyway, though, it's very funny and interesting.
It's when you look it up too, like if you go to the MIT site and look it up and try to get big letters. This is not an actual degree.
Yeah, it's just for fun. Archery, fencing, pistol, which is air pistol or rifle, and sailing. And then they give you an honorary pirate degree.
That is so cool. I want that so bad.
I do like the decathlon. We watched the steeplechase the other day. That was good.
Yep. Really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I like all the decathlon, like the shot put, and that stuff's really impressive.
BMX is fun. Yeah. Winter Olympics are better.
There are some things in the Winter Olympics I like a little better than the summer, but it's kind of a toss-up for me. I really like the bobsled stuff. I think that's really cool.
That's neat.
And
Ice skating is always cool.
Ice skating's okay, but the one where they do the cross-country skis and then they stop to take shots at targets, they have a rifle on their back. That's
I
really
like that
cool.
too, where they ski to the next thing.
Mhm.
I think that's neat too. I like that. We did watch a little skeet shooting too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should. Skeet shooting is cool, and I mean they do it with shotguns and everything, and I get it, you know how it works. But it'd be real impressive if they made them do it with like a 22 caliber bullet.
John O'Shaughnessy likes the luge.
Yeah,
That's freaking dangerous. People get killed doing that. It's cool though.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I like Winter Olympics. Now what? Every 2 years. So the next Winter Olympics will be in 26.
Yep.
Where is it? I
Don't
thought
know.
I saw.
Curling.
I like curling.
Oh yeah, the skeleton where they go head first. I've seen that.
What is that?
Where they go head first on the sled down the.
No. How about no?
Squeaky. I'm making your teeth hurt.
Italy. They're gonna be in Italy. The Winter Games. I like the big ski jumps too in the Winter Games.
I don't know how those people keep from dying when they do that. I mean, that's like hundreds of feet in the air.
Yeah. I like curling a lot. Well, I can sit and watch that. I like curling because you can sit and watch it. You don't need any commentary. You can just sit and watch.
He's got to be happy with that one. I could do Olympic commentary.
You think so?
I think so. I got to be good at it.
We used to shoot skeet with slugs instead of shot.
There you go.
It never went very well though, and it got expensive. Yeah, but it did.
That would be a little more difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. How's it going over there?
Going.
How many of those? 4 of those?
Just 2 of this type, and then there's 2 of another type. But
Huh.
I'm just again letting the PDFs decide.
You do it the order that they want you to do it in. There's no reason to.
Well, that's the kind of the nice thing about this build is it's really just drawings, so you can kind of all the sub assemblies you can just do them whenever.
Like the pergola.
Oh, that's. I've already complained on stream about the pergola directions, I believe. And I understand, again, I'm going to say it. I understand why they do that. It's so that they can do it, they can sell it in any language, and hopefully people understand. But it's not enough.
It's not enough. We need some words. Is the design a complete standalone design, or is it based on something else?
It is a complete standalone design. 3D Printing World, he was in the chat. John, this is his design from scratch. Now, I mean, of course, it's a 3D printer. It's going to be similar to other things, but this is from him. He designed it for Murph back in 21, I believe, is where this thing was shown off. It's all him.
Is the kit coming back?
I don't know. If we make it popular enough, I'll bet you the kid will come back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's modern too. Like you think to yourself, well, it was built in 21. He's already integrated a lot of stuff that you're going to see in a lot of the Voron kits before they were like probably in the Voron kits. Like Z's are all belts. The ball bearings that the bed sets on so that you can do the triple level. All of that is in there. It's a very modern design for a 3D printer. So there's no reason, there's nothing keeping you from it being an awesome 3D printer with all the features today. In fact, I was thinking about it this morning. I think one of the things that we could probably do that would help the most would be to create firmware versions for different styles of firmware and boards that would work on this machine. So it's designed to use Duet and RepRap, but we could convert it. We can use all of our superpowers, and we can convert it to other more affordable boards and different styles of firmware, and then everybody else can use that. So that could be our part of this whole open source project.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah, it was once a kit for Murph 2020. Oh yeah. It was once a kit that you could buy, but I believe it is no longer for sale. I am doing it, yes, because I want to see, how it was designed and build one for myself. Uh, but it's still a good kit. It's made, but the kit was made by LDO, so you never know. They could start cranking them out again. Easy enough.
All right.
People say the castle over on Twitch looks clean. It is very clean. It's a really nice print, and the XL is doing a fantastic job.
I'm gonna look at it. Does look good.
Remind me next stream, and I will show it off up close when it's complete.
Yeah, that's a good idea. There it goes. Filament left cam. It's still plugging away.
Still got some on there. Okay. All of the pulley assemblies are, well, the back pulley assemblies are built. Those are the most complicated ones. How are we doing on time?
12:16.
So let's call it another 15 minutes of building and then lunchtime. How about that?
Sounds fine. Whatever you want to do.
So these are the Y carriages. The next one it's showing me is the Y carriage that actually holds the linear rail block. So that's what that is. But they have some pulleys on there as well. They have a lot of hardware. But we could start putting it together.
Pizza time.
Pizza time.
We're doing hot ham and cheeses today.
Throw your sack lunches away. It's hot ham and cheese day.
It's open source, so if you want one, let LDO know. With parkour, they have monkey bars, and they do 2 competitors chase each other around using parkour moves. It can be cool to watch. I've seen it like on movies and stuff. It looks really cool. Grilled cheese. We're putting ham on ours.
Actually, I'm not going to do that. I want to put a few parts on the frame before we leave today, just to show the green on the black because it looks cool. So let's do that instead.
Reheated leftover pizza. Tom Lama's having leftover pizza.
Gotta put it in your air fryer, Tom.
Yeah.
It makes it amazing. The kit, this build also has handles on it. Like by default, you get 2 handles on the top, and he's integrated these supports that print with it. They're really thin. They come off like super easy. I love it when parts have their own integrated supports that just come off. So I wanted to show you that. It's really neat.
Cool. How's that? That's handy too. It should be that way.
If you're gonna design something,
anything worth doing,
go for it.
You know, do
like
it
John
well.
does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Oven. He does it in the oven. We do ours in the air fryer. It does real good. We already had that conversation. Just grabbed dinner. It's 6:18 p.m. in the UK. I have cheeseburgers and curly fries from somewhere, or did you make your own cheeseburger and curly fries? What's your cheeseburger and curly fry restaurant?
That sounds delicious.
Do we have any restaurants around here that does cheeseburgers and curly fries? Curly fries, Arby's is the only place I can think of that does curly fries.
Curly fries are hard to come by.
But, what you got? Oh, I thought you were getting ready to say something.
No. I will say though that hamburger I had in Omaha at that place was phenomenal. Block 16.
Yeah.
Her hamburger was awesome.
Your burger was really good, and my chicken sandwich was very good.
M5 by 20.
I think dinner tonight, we're looking at chicken wings. Last night we did carne asada on the grill, and it was quite good. It was good. There you go. Sushi for Sergio. Coke, Pepsi, or Dr. Pepper? I'm a Coke person myself. I drink Coke. I like Dr. Pepper on tap. I like it in the machine, but I don't necessarily care for Dr. Pepper in a can. I like dim sum. That's what. Thank you, Sergio. That's what he's having for. Was it lunch or dinner? Anyway, lunch. And but I like Coke in the can. So when I go grocery store, I buy Coke. But if I'm out and about at a restaurant and I want to pop, I usually get Dr. Pepper. And yes, I say pop.
Pop.
I don't say soda. I say pop. John O'Shaughnessy, I believe you say pop too in Minnesota.
I believe Minnesota is a pop state.
Who says what where? Pop. Soda. Coke. In Atlanta, it doesn't matter if it's a Sprite or a root beer or what. Coke.
Coke. I think that's pretty much universal down south.
Yeah, so as you say, I'll have a Coke, and they'll say, well, what kind? I'll say, a Sprite. Weird. I don't know if that's really true or not, by the way. Pop. Mike says pop. Mike Fancy says pop. Missouri could go either way. I believe. What do you say? You say soda.
I say soda.
Tom Llama says soda. John, what do they say in Australia when somebody wants a pop or a Coke or whatever? What do they say? Do they say pop? Rod says pop. Everything is Coke here, even root beer. Paul the Texan says, yeah, that's a Southern thing. I flipped to Pepsi Max. Ah, there you go. Which I've heard Pepsi Max is pretty good, like better than Coke Zero. Went back to Coke once, and it tasted like Dr. Pepper. It is very, very sweet. Oh, in Australia, they call it a soft drink. There you go.
Soft drink.
I'll have a soft drink. And a soft drink.
And put some whiskey in it.
Yeah. Then it's not a soft drink anymore. I say soda more as I watch so many American live streams. Yeah. Poison. It's not good for you. That's true. But I think like anything in moderation, you want to pop with your lunch, then that's okay. Not every single day. But if you want to pop with your lunch, that's fine. If you're not feeling good, some Sprite, something about the quinine and some bubbles always make my tummy feel a little bit better. I like Sprite when I'm not feeling good. So there you go. It's not, yeah, in moderation.
Moderation.
I'm good for maybe one a week, maybe. Sometimes not even that. Tonic water stops leg cramps. There you go.
Especially when it's
You
got
can
a lot
see
of
that.
gin in
You
it.
think it's the quinine in theirs? Cherry 7-Up. I haven't had that in a long time.
Once in a great
Shirley
while.
Temple, right?
Once-
Shirley Temple is cherry Sprite.
Once in a
Or
great
cherry
while,
7-Up,
I will
ginger
grab a cherry
ale.
7-Up. Pretty good.
Yeah. I used to order Shirley Temples when I was a kid. With lots of cherries, extra cherries.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm. Shirley Temple, extra cherries. And if you wanted a cherry Coke, you called it a Roy Rogers. I'm showing my age.
I say, what year was that, honey?
19 dickety doo. I don't know. I was probably,
Back before the war.
I was still in elementary school, so it would have been 8, 9, 10. Go diet ginger ale for Mike when he's not feeling good. Sprite kind of day. Steve Cullen says, my wife is always a Sprite kind of day, and she gives a sip to the toddler, and now the toddler always wants a sip. Now, what you can do, Steven, is put a little water in the bottom of her Sprite can, because a lot of times they're just after the can. They just want to drink out of the can. Something about it. So but then I get a little, not quite so sugary. I've seen that done. I don't have children of my own, but I've seen others do it where they just put a little water in the bottom of the Sprite can, and that's enough. But I could see that. Let's see. A lot of people like ginger ale when they're flying. I never really had cared about ginger ale.
I don't really understand ginger ale. Not my thing.
Man, I don't care about it. Maybe. Yeah.
You know how cool the green looks on the frame? It's just real spiffy.
That does look cool. I like those handles.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and put these guys on.
Good. Cool. When I was sick as a kid, they used to give me Enos, and I would drink it, and about 20 minutes later, yak every time. So Enos, what's Enos? Is that a type of Canadian club and ginger ale? Yeah. I do like tonic. I like gin and tonic. I don't drink tonic by itself, but I like gin and tonic. Oh, Martin's been lurking for a while and he forgot to wave at us. Hello, Martin. We're talking about pop. What do they call it, Martin? What do they call pop or soda or Coke or wherever where you're from? What do they call it? If you want a fizzy drink, what do you call it? Oh, bicarb soda. I'll look that up.
Like sodium bicarbonate?
Yes.
Bicarb soda?
Eno. Oh, I see. It's supposed to help with nausea, which it did the opposite for John. I see. It's a like this is what I'm looking at here. It's on Amazon. It's a it's like an antacid, fruit salt. So you add it to water and it'll like a plop plop fizz fizz.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It Alka-Seltzer. Yes. Alka-Seltzer is close. Yeah, that's it. We call it pop. I'm from Oklahoma. Oh, there you go. We call it pop here. Pop or soda in Missouri. It kind of can go either way. We depends on where you are. We always have ginger ale in the fridge. I keep Coke in the fridge and Sprite. Coke and Sprite.
Man, who tightened these things?
I don't know, honey.
Some jerk.
Yeah. Somebody strong arming it. Easy. What is it?
Easy there, killer.
That's right. You don't have to. What do you call it? Where you just want to get them on there good, but not all the way.
You snug it. Don't tighten it.
Snug it.
Don't tighten it.
Now it's not square.
Square as it'll ever be. That's what I always like to say.
Tight, but it's square. There you go. So I have two MK3s, one with MMU3 and another in a chamber without an MMU3. How do I use the purge line from the MMU3 to my other printer? What's the G code?
It's in your start G code. It's literally just written down in your start G code. So go to Prusa Slicer, go to printer settings, go to G code, and it'll be in that start window box. And you'll see it like, I think it sets it to like Z0.2 or something before it does it. It's literally like 3 lines of code. That's how you get it to work on there. You might have to set your printer to like relative mode or vice versa if it isn't already. But that'll get you started.
There you go. Flavored carbonated water. I've seen that. I've had it. It's good. It can be refreshing. If it tastes good. Sometimes you get one and it reminds me of chapstick and I don't care for it. I only drink soda if I'm going out. When I work at home, I just drink water. Most of the time we drink water around here too. Very rarely will we have a pop. But when I want it, I want it. That I just keep it around. But if we keep it out in the garage, so I can't, because if I can see it every day, then I will have a pop every day. But if I have to go somewhere and get it, then it's not so bad. John says if we ask for soda, we get soda water. I've heard that. And then some say fizzy drinks. What kind of fizzy drinks do you have? They have a lot of English and South African in Perth. That makes sense. Polar has been a good brand for flavor. Polar flavored water. Or carbonated water. Yeah. All right. How are you doing over there?
Oh, good. We're almost done for the day here, I think. I had a lot of high hopes with getting all these parts on, but you know.
There you go. Somebody says, out of sight, out of mind. Perfect for the things that are delicious but terrible for you. That's exactly what I do. I don't have them where I can see them on the daily. And then if I want a Coke, I have to, like, I seek it out. I want to pop. Cold can. Yes, it has to be cold. No, nothing poured over ice. Want it out of the can. Although I am obsessed with ice.
It's true.
Chris had to come in and fix our ice machine for us.
I'll say I had to repair an ice machine because of this.
The ice machine was broken, and I was very sad. So Chris had to learn all there was to know about ice machines, and he came in and he fixed it.
I had to read a service manual, people.
Yes, I should.
Jeez.
I should share the pictures of me and the ice machine on as it was making ice.
Been a while since I read a service manual for anything.
Yes.
The people that come to the stream should know I don't read. I just do. But ice machine was a little outside my wheelhouse, but I fixed it.
You did it. You did it. Let's see. Who reads service manuals? And Chris can fix anything. I have come to that conclusion as well, that he can fix anything.
If I can't fix it, it'll be so broke by the time I'm done, no one can.
Yes. So, there we go. But he got it.
We got it.
No ice machines in the UK. Not common. We have one everywhere.
Yeah.
You guys have all heard. Americans love their ice. We love our ice. Countertop ice machine. Rod's got a countertop ice machine. Water level sensor had some scale on it, which really that ended up being kind of the problem, wasn't it? It just had some.
This was a Manitowoc for all of my service friends out there, which is a very common ice machine, I guess. Missouri, Kansas City, this area is known for hard water. So there's scale on anything that has water on it, there's scale on it. This machine was actually really clean. I was expecting it to just be, like covered in that scale, but it wasn't that bad. There's a little sensor that's just a metal bar on the outside of the ice fence that judges how thick the ice is. So when the water, it's building the ice, right? And it gets thicker and the water comes over the top of the ice. When that water flows past that metal bar, it knows when to dump it. And I pulled it off of there and cleaned it real good, and I gave it an adjustment, but it always thought it had ice in it. So I backed it off a bit and cleaned everything up, and it started making ice.
There you go. He did it. He saved the school. And me, because now I have ice and I don't have to use ice trays. John, I make my ham and cheese. I put butter on the bread, and then I put it down in the skillet, and I build my sandwich while I do heat up the ham a little bit too, and then I build while it's toasting. While the bread is toasting, I build my sandwich. So there you go. I do it in the skillet though. We've done that before where we've had to empty the ice maker in the freezer and get everything thawed out a little bit, and then it starts working again. Sonic does have the best ice. And then here's an actual 3D printing question. I just found
not an ice question?
No, not an ice question, and not a comment about how much we love ice.
I've transitioned to ice makers.
Yes. I just found out PET sticks like crazy to a textured build plate. Any tips for removing it?
To a textured build plate? I mean, it'll stick like crazy to anything.
Throw the build plate in the freezer.
Well, it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Put some ice on it. No, don't put ice on it.
Sonic ice.
Sonic ice. It has to be branded ice. So do the best you can. I mean, that's as bad a scenario as you're probably ever going to see if you have PETG that's really stuck to a plate. But hopefully it's a good quality plate and you can scrape it off. So what I would do if I had that, I would, tear the part off. Hopefully it's a good quality plate and you're not going to pull the texture off of it. Get the part off and then scrape it with like a razor scraper, just, as good as you can. Then go back to your printer, get some PETG or whatever. Make sure your first layer height is like pretty high, like so it's not going to just bury it in that textured coating. And then print a couple of layers over the top of anything that you have already on there, of anything that's stuck. And then hopefully, if your first layer is good, you can pull that new part off and everything else will come with it. So that, again, having a texture sheet like that, that's worst case scenario because that's pretty much the best sheet, the best type of sheet to be printing PETG on. So hopefully it's tough enough that you can just tried and true scrape it off. Hopefully it's not, those aren't very good tips, but that's all I know to do.
There you go.
All right, last two parts, I swear, and then we're going to
No
have a
problem.
stand.
No problem.
I just like the green parts on the...
There you go. What is everybody having for dinner? I think we're going to go chicken wings from the pizza place. I think chicken wings for us.
They cook chicken wings in the pizza oven. They're just delicious.
They are yummy, yummy. And they're the whole wings with tips and everything. They're very good. Not as crispy, though, as deep fried wings, but still very good. And tomorrow we're having ribs in the crock pot. Crock pot barbecue baby back ribs. They turn out pretty good.
They're very good.
Yeah.
All right. So these are just kind of like two little corner pieces you set in the back of the frame. I don't know what you can see and what you can't, but they just kind of go back here. And they've got the little robot logo on them. So this should give us more than enough of an idea of what our printer's going to look like when it's done. Someday in the near future.
His girlfriend gets mad when I call her boneless wings chicken nuggets.
Well,
I mean, it's basically what that is. That basically a little higher grade chicken nuggets, but still chicken nuggets all the same. Missed. Got one. We got your buddy earlier. I think you'd learn. Cook your chicken wings in the air fryer. We do that. We start them in the oven only because we have our air fryer doesn't hold enough and it takes too long. So what we do is we start them in the oven. We cook them on a rack in the oven and then we finish them up in the air fryer and they're delicious. They do really good. But sometimes some good old deep fried chicken wings, or as for tonight, pizza oven chicken wings, I think is where it's at. And I may order us a little thin crust for tomorrow. We'll see.
bonus pizza.
Bonus pizza. We had pizza last week, but it'd be from a different place, so it's a completely different meal.
Different kind of thing. There. Now I'm happy that there's enough green on there. Let's find my... There we go. Coming together.
There it is.
Got pulleys on there. So now you start to get the gist of what this thing's going to look like.
That looks real good. I like the green and the black.
Green is not my favorite color, but
Yeah.
this looks really good on that with the chrome and the black and everything.
I think it looks good, and I like it too with the chrome hardware. Looking good.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we built some stuff. We did pretty good. Living near the chicken wing capital, deep fry is the only way.
Well, I would have to agree.
So there we go. I think that's enough building for one day, a couple hours. We got so many more build hours left to go. I might stick a few things together before the stream goes, just to get us a little further along, but we got a good start anyway, and there are parts everywhere. So thanks everybody for coming to the stream. Everybody that hangs out, that's awesome, and watches the videos. That's always helpful. Thank you for all the super chat tips. We did get quite a few today. Very helpful for us. This project has been a bit spendy, so I'm appreciative of that. And Twitch, if you guys are interested in watching my 3D printer do its thing, hours on end, check out Twitch. It's twitch.tv/ChrisRiley3D. So check it out over there. If we get 50 followers, I guess I'm somebody on Twitch then, so they let me have money, so that's cool. So that's it. That's everything. You got anything else before we go?
No. John said something about Ghostbusters. I believe it's on Netflix right now for us, so we're gonna check that out soon.
I think the newest one, right?
The freeze one. The
freeze one. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to. I enjoyed today, and talking about the Olympics, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. And thank you for coming.
We'll be here.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everyone. See you soon.